Hello and welcome once again to the Thrifty Collector. Today we're going to go over some eBay purchases and possibly a couple of through the mail autographs and cards that we picked up. First cards, everybody by now, if you've been watching the channel, big fan of the Florida Floridians of the ABA. They were around for about 2 years. Before that, they were the Miami Floridians for, I believe, 1 year. So they weren't around all that much. Typical Florida. The halftime show was girls in white bikinis with white go-go boots. Hey, it was the early 70s, right? So we're going to go over some of these. There's about 6 of these cards in the set. I've been picking up even more of the Matt Calvin cards. But I decided I'm going to pick up some of these other guys so that I can go ahead and get some of these signed. Now, 3 of these cards, I have 4 of the Florida Floridians. 3 of the guys are still alive and look like they're pretty good signers. One guy, unfortunately, actually 2 guys have passed away. One card that I don't have, and I'll talk about him also. But the first card is Larry Jones. Picked these up on eBay. I think I paid like $8 ship for these 4 cards, and they were in great condition. Once again, if you were watching the other video with Ken Houston of the on the 71 Topps card, 71 Topps did some great colors with their stuff, and with the basketball they decided to go with a white border. So the first card is Larry Jones. The second card is Mr. Warren Davis. The third card is a Sam Robinson. Now, I do have this card also in a CSG, I think 6.5, something like that. And then the last card is Lonnie Wright. And unfortunately, Lonnie is no longer with us. There was a guy that was in this set, and I wish I bought this card about 2 months ago. His name was Ron France. He unfortunately just passed away. One of the cards I decided to pick up on eBay was a Danny Murtaugh rookie. This is actually his 1949 Bowman. If you don't know much about Danny Murtaugh, it's kind of interesting. He was an okay player and very young became a coach and then ended up becoming a manager of the Pirates. He had, I believe, 3 stints at least with the Pirates, and the reason why he kept stepping down is not because the Pirates didn't do well. It's the fact that he had health issues, and Danny actually died at 59. And if you look at his cards, I mean, he died in, I think it was 1975, possibly. And this one's from 49, and it's funny because he's kind of a young man here, but he's one of them guys that always looked like he was about 60, 70 years old. But there's a lot of talk going around about him getting put into the Hall of Fame. So it's one of those ones I figured, well, I'll pick it up now. I think I paid $20 for that card. It's in really nice condition for a card that's that old, that's 74 years old. But he did win. The Pirates did win 2 World Series with him back in the early 60s and once again in the early 70s. And like I said, he kind of was there and then had to step down because of health issues and come back. And unfortunately, he died so young, about 54, 59, that a lot of people have forgotten about him. But there's kind of talk about people trying to get him into the Veterans Committee. So I said, well, it might be a good idea now to try and get one of these while they're still under $20. The next card is I picked up a Taylor Maine Sabretooth card, and I really didn't pick this card up because I'm a huge Avengers fan or X-Men fan or Marvel fan. Actually, because I was watching a few of his wrestling matches when he was with the Giant Warrior. And please remember that name because I've actually been trying to contact the Giant Warrior about a few different things. But this guy, Taylor Maine, he played Sabretooth, but he was about 6'9", and I watched him, Giant Warrior, against Andre the Giant and Giant Baba, and he was the shortest guy at 6'9". So it wasn't really what you would call an off-the-top kind of wrestling match, but he had a good career. He was in WCW for a little bit. I think he had a cup of coffee with them, but I said, you know what, I'm going to pick up one of his rookie cards. The next card that I'll talk about is I did pick up also some A's legend through the mail. A guy that we always love saying his name is Kids, Mickey Klutz. Mickey, when he was actually in high school, was highly sought after. He was very popular coming up. He was one of those almost can't miss products. Injuries kind of derailed his career. He first kind of came up with the Yankees and then went to the A's, but never even played more than 75 games in one season. But that's his 81 Donruss. And then I also have his 81 Topps and his 83 Topps. So probably one of those guys, unfortunately, had a little bit of the injury bug. So thank you, everybody. Stay thrifty. Have a great day.